All right, so working on the multiplication problem here. Let's also backwards FOIL here. And what will we get here, Gavin? And?
Positive.
Well, let's just do it the normal way. Instead of sitting there looking at it and staring, let's just get it. A and?
2A.
2A.
Positive, negative. B and B.
There we go. Now check the outer inner.
Change signs.
Change signs. There we go. Instead of sitting there looking at it, just put stuff down and then the outer inner will tell you what to do. All right, then finally, the grouping. The first set here, the first group class, we need to factor out A. 2A, leaving us with the next group we need to factor out class B, thank you, Brecken, to leave us with hey, I heard other voices that time. That's good, good. All right, and then in these two terms, we'll factor a common binomial, m negative n, leaving us with 2a positive b. All right, so everything's factored now. Let's go ahead and cancel some stuff away. We should see that the 2a plus b's cancel, so b cannot equal negative 2a. By the way, do you see what I did there? Instead of getting the a by itself, I'm getting negative b over 2. Get the b by itself. It's easier. Just move the 2a over. Lazy. All right, what else cancels, class? A negative b with one of those, so a cannot equal b. What else?
And negative n.
Almost cancels n negative m. What are we going to have to do? Take out a negative, and now they'll cancel. Right? So when the signs are just wrong, pull out a negative, let them cancel, so that m cannot equal n. And I think that's it. What's our answer going to be now, Noah? Over but what am I going to do with that negative? I'm going to put it in the front. So there's my answer. There are my excluded values. Questions on that problem while I erase these others? Any questions? Obviously, you'd have a little bit more time tomorrow to think that one through. Any questions for now? All right, let's see here. What about division? We said we really never really divide fractions, class. We would. Oh,
I mean, not wrong. Why? Flip.
Multiply by the reciprocal. Yeah. So if you were looking in your textbooks at page 435, number 14, page 435, number 14, you'd see a division problem. And the first thing on page 435, number 14, isn't even a fraction. But I need to make it a fraction. Put it over 1. And then I'm not going to write down their division sign. I'm going to put a multiplication dot. And instead of 4x to the 4th y squared over 8xy minus 4y squared, I'm going to flip it. In the denominator, I put the 4x to the 4th y squared. And the numerator, I'm going to factor as I put it up there. What factors out of that denominator turned numerator? A 4y, leaving us with a 2x negative y. Questions on the initial setup on this problem? Now there's one key to division, is if it goes up top and it doesn't cancel, you still have to set it unequal to 0 because it originally was a denominator, remember? So when we cancel the 16 with the 4 to get 1 and 4, when we cancel the x cubed and the x to the 4th to get x, as we cancel the y squareds cleanly, there's our answer. There's not any fraction really left except for the x down here. So the 4 times the 4y, 2x minus y, gives us, stay with me, 16y. 2x minus y over x. Where we do need to specify that the y's that are gone cannot equal 0. But also if it went up top, like this, well, that y also can't be 0, but that's already stated. This cannot be 0. So we would need to say that 2x cannot equal y, or in other words, y cannot equal 2x. Questions on this? Yes, sir. Oh, thank you. Remember I told you tomorrow somebody's going to screw that up? Yeah, I'm in a hurry trying to get this review in, and I went and screwed it up. Yeah. So again, it's easy to do, right? It's hard to be human, isn't it, Maddie? You know? And we miss things sometimes. Thank you, Brecken, for that catch. I was just seeing if you were paying attention. Good job, Brecken. Well done, sir. You passed the test. Whatever. All right. One more problem, and then we'll have to wrap it up. Look at number 16. Don't copy it as written. The first numerator should be written how, anyone?
X negative 3x negative 2.
All right, the first denominator.
X positive 3x negative 2.
And we're going to make it times, and then flip it. So that up in the numerator goes
X positive 3x positive 2.
and then down in the denominator, we're going to put the x positive 4, x negative 2. Okay, any questions on this setup, first of all, making sure we remember this. And now we cancel x negative 2's, x positive 3's, x negative 3's, to leave us with x positive 3 over x positive 4, where x cannot equal, let's see, a 3 canceled, so negative 3. The x negative 3 canceled, so x can't be 3. The x negative 2 canceled, so x can't be 2. And up here, that's still there, isn't it? However, we would say x can't be negative 3. We'd already written that down once, so we don't have to write it a second time, but we should check for it. This would be our answer there on 16. Questions on dividing fractions. If you have more questions, be sure to come to the help session, the help class after school. It is free after school today. In lesson 101, I gave you a word problem handout to do for homework, and I go over it in lesson 101. I told you, save the handout. Review that handout this evening. There's no homework, but I would encourage you to review the handout. And if you're a little bit stuck, you're like, I don't remember, go back to lesson 101 and watch as we go over it. Test tomorrow. The test will cover sections 11.1 to 11.7. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. I will get your quizzes back to you, by the way, before the end of the day.